Hi everybody. Happy Wednesday. It's been a week, and what a week! To be honest, I haven't entirely kept up with everyone's videos, including my own, as you may have noticed from the late uploads the last few days. It is Response Wednesday, and there is so much I could respond to, from Abby's excellent memes to Tessa's top villain songs to the additions to our Songs That Give Us Serotonin playlist to the multiple responses to my character swap challenge, and I have absolutely loved how enthusiastic you guys were about it. But I just saw Caleb's Creative Frustrations video, and it reminded me of something that James said earlier in the month, so today I just want to talk about this year of VEDS. This is a good year, right? Like, we're all in agreement that this is a pretty exceptional VEDS. I feel like I'm only just starting to get a handle on what my channel is all about. Part of the reason that I made a schedule this year was to create some sort of consistency. And I mean, we can call that a mixed success, but it did definitely establish for me that there are a few kinds of videos that I really like making, and that includes songs, stories, poetry, montages, and old school vlogs with jump cuts. And I feel like the quality of my videos in general has improved. Sometimes my videos are late, but they're also color corrected or have interesting text or graphics on screen. I have beautiful custom thumbnails. And I think it's all true that we've settled into our own rhythms when it comes to our content. We've all found our fields of expertise, and during VEDS there does seem to be quite a lot of joyful waving and shouting, like, "Hello, your field looks very nice! Hiya! You inspired me to plant my own corn!" But it can also be frustrating when you feel like your crops stay the same year after year while everybody else's yield is increasing, or when you get an idea for some great delicious new crop you could plant but then realize it's going to take like specialty fertilizer and all this extra time to grow, and you just don't really have time for that. Okay, so the fields metaphor is getting away from me, but I really empathized with what Caleb was saying today about creative frustrations. Part of what happens for me is that I'll get a great idea which requires a lot of work, and without the pressure of something like VEDS, I'll never finish it, but within the constraints of something like VEDS, I just don't have time. Which is why I have a half-written script for a 2-part Doctor Who video that I would love to make, but which I've realized is just not realistic during VEDS. And that's been another factor in determining what this channel is all about. The content that I make is stuff that could be thrown together in a day or 2 days. And the quality of that stuff has gotten better as I've gotten faster at editing. What I can produce in 1 or 2 days now is better than what I could a few years ago. And of course, I want what I make to be good, but mostly I just want it to exist at all. So, okay, to bring this back to classic Doctor Who, because apparently I have to, that show, particularly the classic era, so 60s through 80s, was cheap. It was so very cheap, and in the 60s they produced so many episodes that they were writing this show on a week-to-week basis. Further down the line, they sort of settled on the fact that stories were almost always 4 or 6 episodes long with a few little deviations. But in the early days, sometimes a single story could be stretched over 8 or 10 or 12 episodes because they were just trying to fill out the next few months of programming. So the thing is, there's a lot of really, really good classic Who, and there's a lot of really bad classic Who. And you know what? We're still sitting here talking about it 50 years later. Sometimes I get these grand ideas, like I'm trying to be Genesis of the Daleks. But you know what? Sometimes it's okay to just be Time Lash, or Time in the Ronnie, or Time Flight. God, for a show about time travel, the episodes with time in the title are bad. I'm looking at you, time monster. Anyway, we've got just over a week left in the month, and I wish you guys all the best with your own creative frustrations. Even though I've fallen a little bit behind, I am still trying to get caught up on everyone's videos. I'm loving what you guys make, and I'm also loving the comments that you've left on my stuff, so thank you. Happy Wednesday, wishing you all the best, and my friends and fellow VEDSies, I will see all of you tomorrow.